Alright, how's it going on YouTube? This is my second channel, The Flaming. What's going on? Today, I'm going to be teaching you how I edit my TikTok clips. I have a client, my best mate, Ill Spooky. If you want to go check him out, he's a streamer, he's partnered, very passionate about what he does. Really sick at Apex. So what he's got me doing at the moment, essentially editing a series for him. He's doing something called Killing Twitch Streamers. And I'll put some examples on screen now.
Fucking ugly bitch.
Wow, that headshot, bro.
I like to dissect girls. You know I'm true.
Get fucked.
Why are you teabagging me for? Don't get why you're teabagging me for, the fucking scrotum. Fucking weirdo. Why is he replaying my VOD on stream, the fucking weirdo?
Essentially, I'm going to be teaching you how to do one of them. So many things you can do with this. The creativity doesn't stop. And there's no, like, quota, I don't think, that you have to meet with these because they are so creative, if that makes sense. One clip could be this, where I essentially just take the piss out of a streamer because they're just being an asshole and being salty as fuck. Or you can do something that's kind of, I guess, badass.
You're my lawyer, so I think you should know. I've killed a lot of people.
It's spooky, isn't it? It is.
Low TTV.
I was about to say, I never seen a Newcastle move like that unless it's spooky. Do you know the guy? Yeah, he followed me like last week or something.
In fact, I want my pain to be inflicted on others.
You're my lawyer, so I think you should know. Guys, you are my lawyer. I shall now tell you the secrets. It's really not that difficult, so I'm going to start off by explaining what I'm doing here. I'm doing multiple clips at once. Not ideal. Although we're not working with a fresh canvas, I'm going to be starting with a template. And this template is as follows. So you go to sequence, top left, press sequence settings, and you want to set it to something like this. Before, I was doing like some other random frame size, but I saw a YouTube channel that Miles wanted, and I went with this. Better 900 by 1600. You don't really want to change anything. Maybe unless you have a slower computer, then you might want to change this. I find that sometimes it helps. So now you have that set. You essentially just want to drag your clip in. I'll actually show you the file that I'm working with. So it's essentially this. It goes from, I don't know, 1280 to 720p to 900 by 1600. But I have to actually change that. Please forgive me. I do use VLC. I am a caveman. I don't know. So once you've got it in, I'll actually start fresh here because I feel like I'm just cheating. So you'll have something similar to this. And this is essentially like a zoomed in, and you can change it by the video scale. So something like this. If you want to just be lazy, you do that, and then you duplicate this, and then you expand the one from behind, and you go to an effect called blur. And you know, that's if you want to be lazy. It's not the best way of doing it, but if you genuinely have like no time, if you're doing your own clips, for example, you can just do that. But I reckon there's like free softwares which you can literally do that. So yeah, you want to just zoom in. So you want to have it ideally right around where the webcam is, and then what you can do is you can start duplicating. With videos with webcam, it's ideal to have a separate kind of channel. I'll color code it now so you have more like a visual understanding. I find it easier like that. What is that color? I hate the color green. Why can't green and forest just literally be the same fucking color? So you have mango, green, and goddamn yellow. Yellow will be the background, green will be the gameplay, mango, sorry, will be the webcam. With the top layer, you kind of want to scroll across, and you want to try and make it big. So something like, the quicker you understand this, just the easier the process will be. So you want to select opacity, and for some reason it just puts it there. I have no idea. Whack it on. Like, it literally, you don't even need 2 brain cells for this shit. You can play around with it if you want. You can play around with the feathering. I don't do the best job, but I do my job. And I know I'm not the best. Like, genuinely, I'm not the best. This is essentially what I'm working with without the background. So the background I'll do now. I just expand it. Put a Gaussian. You just do that. And it's literally as simple as that. Maybe you play around with just your preferences, like pull down the gameplay a bit, bring up the face cam like this. I haven't used this clip before, so everything you see, I'll literally be doing it live right now. I'm pretty happy with that. He does look a bit like Rami Malek. Good for him. Actually, no, I'm not happy with the face cam. I'm not this normally meticulous, but seeing as you're watching, I'm gonna have to be. You know, you can also do things such as maybe add a cool little thing such as a health bar. So you just duplicate the gameplay, you get the opacity pen, whackers bonkers this bitch. Like, that is the most jaggedy cut in I've ever done in my life. Then you just kind of just put this smaller, and you just do that for every clip if you really wanted to. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it because I can't be asked with it. Simple as that. Another thing I would do if you want to help yourself, because audio is a big thing, clips like this. Like, I hate it when I'm going down TikTok and the audio is barely audible, sorry. You'll like want to right click onto it, press audio gain. A good number is like between 8 and 12 if it's like something similar to these. Like, you want the peaks to kind of like be much bigger. So you'll go from this, it's like I can barely see anything, to that, and it's a lot easier to work with. Normally you'll have better colors. If I put it back to whatever color this is, then you'll be able to see this. Like, Miles is a good example, someone who a bit more of a perfectionist. That's why he's more successful than other streamers, in my opinion, because he just knows what he's doing. So you should always invest in yourself, even though it's like a small thing. In the long term, it's bigger. Do the same process, and I've done it with this. Here's what I cooked earlier. Although I'm not happy with this, it does look a bit ugly. You can pretty much just play around. I'll actually give you an example of a finished one. This is salty one, and I'll put like a side-by-side comparison to on the timeline and the actual video, so you get an understanding of what jump cuts are. Actually, no, I won't use this one, sorry. I'll use a better color-coded one, and I'll go into more in depth on like music and audio that you should use, or like just personal suggestions. Yellow is Miles, whatever color blue is Emmeline, and then we'll go into audio, and then I'll explain what audio and where you can actually get audio from.
Kick it. Do it.
I can't kick it.
No, bro.
I don't.
What a wall, bro. Stand on their boxes.
They left the game. They left the game again. They left the game again. They did it again. Yo, I read that spooky, bro.
That's the second time I've done that to Emlyn.
I didn't get the names though.
No, it's okay. I know them.
So I'll talk about audio now and where you can actually get it from, like types of music and such. And I'll also tell you like rules on it. And then in another bit, I'll actually show you font and what go-to font is, kind of my suggestion. So audio. I've only just recently found this, that basically you just go on YouTube and you type in TikTok edit songs, and then when you're on TikTok edit songs, you can just keep scrolling through and just try and do some due diligence and understanding like what fits best with stuff. I'm not saying this is like a perfect example, but it's very monotonous. But if you like the process of it, then good for you. And then you can just do timing, so little things like this where the audio kind of creeps in.
Do it.
I can't.
So like that, just little bits of texture that work with it. So I noticed that this is not very loud and this is loud, and I kind of cut the drop, kind of like it wasn't the most smoothest. It doesn't really matter because this is like a build up anyway. And then I turned the audio down to -8, so as you can see.
What a wall, bro.
Because I'm like a king, blah blah blah. What the fuck is he saying? It was way too loud, so I turned it down. Put this one to -16. So now I'll go into font. The reason why I don't use font on all of them, because subtitling is a very long process, and it can add 5 to 10 minutes to an end process, when in the long run you could just go to a different clip and you can use your time better. But there are some things where some videos, some clips are better with subtitles. Some people rely on it, and that's a pro to these clips also, because there's not a lot of talking. There's a lot of doing, not talking. So thankfully, subtitle isn't the biggest pain. If you want to do it for all your clips, it helps out massively, and it'll probably get that engagement a bit higher. So let's have a look at this one.
Inside. Yeah, they have the red ones.
I'm ulting on them. That guy is so lost. Unbelievable.
He's finishing me. Trying. Wow.
I need to go sneeze.
I didn't pee on your morning cereals. If someone did that, boo-hoo.
So you're probably looking at that thinking, that's pretty vanilla. And it is. It's very freaking vanilla. There isn't much movement, there isn't anything. But I wanted it straight to the point. I didn't want it over-edited, because sometimes over-edits can be too much. Especially for me. I sometimes create half of one. I'm not saying I'm like the most perfect human being to ever exist. I'm just saying I have a preference. You know, with font that just waves in ridiculously out of nowhere, like Microsoft slideshow. Like, I don't like that shit. So now the font I use, and you're probably wondering, oh my god, that's Tommy Innit's font. I know, right? I know, I'm here to give you all the source. So this one is called Dosis. It's completely free, it's royalty. You just go download it. I don't know where you can, but search on Google, mate. Vector motion. Have you ever heard of vector motion? Whoever he is, he's a nice guy because there's 90% of my edits, even on my K-pop channel. It's crazy, I know. So we're actually going to start with a fresh font. Yes, this is going to be absolutely crazy. We're going to be focusing on the boo-hoo. If you want to access text, you just press Control-T. Make sure it doesn't do that. Normally, it will go to a default font. Can't name it because I don't know, because I don't care. But now you just want to put the font where you want it. So you first want to come to source text, press the middle one. Then now you just change it to boo-hoo, because who's boo, I don't know. And now you want to scroll all the way down to row to the left. You want to make 2 points, so scale and motion. The motion can be changed to this, because I don't know if I want to give her a Hitler tash. You can put it literally anywhere you want, but I like to put it in the middle because it's TikTok and this ain't a Christopher Nolan film. I like to put it there. With this, you want to make sure you've got this box selected, but you also want to press V and then go to the screen and scroll. You do bam, bam, just like, oh, I did it wrong. 1, 2. So that's literally 2 frames. Like you can literally see 2 more, but instead of here, you go here, and this is like the changed. And now you want to make the scale to whatever. I just like to free roll it. There are like examples of edits on YouTube where they just have a select point they want, but I kind of just free roll it. So I go like, I don't know, 85 maybe. And I go back to the screen with my cursor and I scroll twice to 2 frames, and I like to make it bigger like that. And it's really customizable and such. So you'll have a end product like this. Oh yeah, you can change the color, of course. So you double tap the text, scroll down, change it. I know, pink because it's female, and white because it's the main character, green for if it's a friend of yours. So there we go. Here's the example of the text I've just shown.
Boo-hoo.
It's really shit, but it's good. It's just a really short rundown on how to do stuff like this. It's not hard. I am probably still an amateur, although I've been doing this for about 4 months maybe. If you have a client that is as good as Miles, then there's a lot of clips to work with. But of course, there's so much opportunity in this. You can obviously go work with KSI, XQC, you know, all these influencers need people like us just to help them out essentially. So I know for one that I'm not the best at this, anything. I am amateur, but I hope you learned something, anything at all. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been your boy Duff Flamin. I don't normally do tutorials, so sorry if I'm terrible at it. Just as long as you've learned something, I don't know. So make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and let me know if you want to see anything more. If there's anything that I showed you but I didn't explain, let me know down below. Peace out, everyone. Love you.